We are live. Let's start off with the intro.
Chilloutrecords.
What's up, my people? Holy man, I wanted to go live so many other times. I've probably missed like 3 or 4 weekends of not going live, and I'm just watching my subscriber count drop and plummet into the ocean. What can I say? I have been an idiot, basically. I have been surrounding myself with losers, basically. Surrounding myself with losers and overthinking things. Over planning. How should I do my next video? Maybe I should talk about this. Maybe I should talk about that. You know what? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what I'm going to talk about. Eventually, people will hate. They're haters. Haters are always there. They will hate whether you like it or not. Whether you start today, you start tomorrow, you will always have haters. You'll always have people that will criticize your content. Oh, why didn't you do it like this? Oh, why didn't you say this? Why didn't you do that? Where are the whips? Let me get the whips. Where are my whips, man? Yes. Okay, I haven't used that whip in a long time. I needed to freaking dust get the dust off the whip, man. Just get that working. All right, and let's get the freaking kids out of here, man.
We watoto endeni mkafanya nini? Homework tafadhali.
Get those goddamn kids off the internet. They ain't supposed to be sitting here watching this show. This isn't for kids. Get your kids off the internet, man. Now, I've come across some crazy memes that I want to just share and just talk about. So let's just get started. So back to the ranting that I was talking about earlier. Yeah, why I just didn't want to start. It just didn't want to go live. And I haven't been live in like so many weeks now. And why is that the case? Because I'm trying to find a nice way to do something. I'm trying to figure out a better way to create content, a better way to talk about certain things. You know, certain people just told me, oh, you need to do some research before you go online. You can't be just putting your face out there and you have nothing to say. To you, I say, fuck you. Because at the end of the day, if you want to progress in life, right, you have to not be afraid of getting laughed at, not be afraid of not seeing the progress, right? Just put your foot forward. You know, what was that saying? The whole race of 1,000 miles starts with one step at a time. I don't care. I'm not doing this YouTube thing correctly. I'm not making content the way other people are creating content. I'm not, formatting my thumbnails to a certain way, or maybe I'm not doing certain things in a certain way so that, because most people have that attention span of a freaking goldfish where they just watch some content for like 30 seconds and you've lost them completely. You can't sit down with one person and just have a single conversation with a single person for like, let's say 30 minutes or 40 minutes. 10 minutes into the conversation, they've already zoned out. This is the mindsets that we're dealing with. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to create, because I already tried. I tried creating some videos where they were just maybe 10 minutes long and I was just bashing someone. Yes, it got a lot of views, actually. I got over 800 views, 800, 900, almost 1,000 views on one of those videos. But these long form content videos where I'm talking for like an hour, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, that gets like 40 views, 30 views maybe. It's like people's attention span is so fragmented that you can't really sit down and have like a nice, good, decent conversation with someone. Anyway, let me not rant about that. So it just got me thinking about what kind of content do I want to create. But I was like, nah, that's going to change what I want to do. And I don't want to change what I want to do. And second of all, I'm learning as I'm going along and I'm creating content. I'm just trying different things. I want to see what sticks. I'm going to fling my feces onto the wall and see what sticks. Good stuff, man. All right, so I have some memes that I want to share, and we'll just look at some of these crazy things and just take it from there, man. Let's look at some other stuff. Okay. So there was this 22-year-old that created a Twitter account that basically was impersonating someone, and he was arrested. Now, the thing is, I don't understand why he was arrested, because how did they know who he was impersonating, even though, yes, you and I, we can look at the profile picture and we can see, yes, we know who he's impersonating. But there's nothing here that has really identified this person. Look at the status. Look, the name of the account is I Must Go, right? It's clearly written parody account. And he's saying, I'm a mad, incompetent liar, fool, abductor, and the most corrupt president in the world. Who could that be? He's not really used any name. Now, I haven't seen the posts. Maybe the posts, he's actually used videos and pictures of the guy. But I mean, anyone with a sane mind would know that this isn't obviously the president. It's just it's clearly written here, a parody account. Oh man, it's crazy. Ah yes, this chat was very interesting. I loved this. Now, first of all, those people that don't know how to speak Kiswahili, I told you guys I'm the expert Kiswahili speaker, so you need to trust me. I will be doing the translations. And, if I start speaking Kiswahili over here, all the ladies are going to just drop their panties. But let me not do the speaking, and let me just do the translating. Okay? So, let's look at this here. So, basically, this is a chat between, obviously, a guy and a girl. And I'm pretty sure the guy is on the right. The girl is... No, sorry. The guy is on the left, and the girl is on the... Wait. Hang on. Oh, the girl is on the left. So you can see that she's messaged him first. Morning, my love. I need some money for my nails, hair, and shopping. The typical. And he's like, sorry, I've been sleeping. How much are we talking about? And she's asking for not much, only 30K. Look at the word not much in the beginning of the sentence. Not much. So for her, 30,000 is like pocket change. 30,000 is about 200 pounds in British pounds. Yeah, 200 pounds. Let me ask you something, man. If you're dating someone, would you send them 200 pounds as, just here's 200 quid, go and get your nails done. Here's 200 pounds and go and get your nails. My God. The thing is, this not much here, when you read this not much in the beginning of the sentence, that tells me this person basically has no idea how money works. This is someone that has been given free money all their lives. It's like those guys, Kevo, Brio, those the Chads basically. The Chads, they just show up with they're skinny and they have a long third leg. And they just show up at the party and they get all the punani. It's as simple as that. Those guys will never cherish, they will never value it because they're getting it for free. It's the same thing with her. When she's getting free money like that, she's never going to value it. She's just going to be like, it's just 30,000. What do you mean? What do you mean you can't send me this kind of money? So, so he's like, 30,000? Eesh. Wambo. Well, in Kenya, I get that. Wait, Wambo? Wambo? I don't know what that means. Well, in Kenya, where in Kenya will I get that kind of money? That's more than I can pay for my rent. Iyo pesa sina. Iyo, that means he doesn't even have that money. He's like, holy crap. She's asking for more money than he normally pays his rent. So his rent is probably like less than 30 G's, 20 G's, maybe 15K. My question is, why would you want to put yourself, you as a guy, I'm talking to you, why would you want to put yourself in a situation where to maintain your girlfriend, you got to pay her more money than what your monthly expenses are? Get the hell out of here. Where are the whips for this dude? Where are the whips? Let's get these whips, man. Are these whips loud enough? Where do you get these whips louder? That's much better. That's much better now. So she's like, before we started this relationship, nilikuuliza if utaweza kuniweka mjini. I don't know what mjini is. You said you can afford me. So she's like, before this relationship started, you told me that you could afford me. Ooh. So, the thing is, women, you need to understand one thing. When a guy wants something, he will say whatever he needs to say to get it. So you're the one who believed him. That's on you. That's on you. In a way, I kind of feel like he's pretty smart. He was able to get someone who definitely wasn't at his level. But then here's the other question I have, right? Women, when they reach a certain level, when they are treated at a certain level, and then maybe that relationship doesn't work out, and she breaks up with that guy, when she goes out to the next guy, she's gonna expect the next guy to do even better than the previous relationship guy. She will raise her standards. Now, if she starts off at a level that is like crazy high, because obviously she's gonna find a good-looking, smart, well-educated, freaking super rich guy, and she's gonna spend a couple of maybe a couple of years or months with him, and he's gonna really give her a good life, and then he ghosts her. Now her standards have been raised to some extreme, unattainable level. Now, the question is, the next person that she's going to look for is definitely not going to be able to match that at all. And this is the problem, is these high value men that are out here, they are basically just setting that standard in every woman that they're with, right? They set that standard and then they leave them. And now in her mind, she's thinking, if I want to get the next guy, he better be better than this person, which is unattainable, unachievable. Oh man. I know, but I'm not in a position to. Last month, I even strained so much to pay your rent. Oh man, frick, where are the whips for this guy? You're paying her rent too. You're struggling to pay your rent. You're paying her rent as well. I had told you we move in together, probably, but you said no. So they're not even living together. So they're not living together. He's paying her rent. He's paying his rent. And then the money she's asking for is separate money for her nails and hair and stuff. Lovely. Men, let me tell you something. If you're not ready, let me just focus this on let me focus this on me. Guys, if you're not ready, okay, let me start this again. Men, if you're not financially in a good place, financially, if you are not in a good place, you have no business being in a relationship. Just leave women alone. Just leave them. You have no business being in a relationship if you have no money. You cannot sustain yourself. You're struggling to pay your rent, and you're here looking for a woman to date. Where the whips stand? This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. Now, see, she says, now you want to leave me because of 30,000 only? What kind of a man are you? Kumbe uko Nairobi too. She's looking for someone international. And he's like, Wacha Ikai, I'm tired. I don't even think you in this relationship because you want to settle. You in it to survive. Of course, it's a survival tactic, man. She's probably, man, the fact that she's not even living with you, bro. Maybe if she was living with her parents, that's a different thing. But she's living alone. You're living alone. You're paying your rent. You're paying her rent. And you're sending her separate. Man, like, this just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. How do you even know what the hell she's doing? This is crazy, yo. So basically, they just broke up because she's like, "What if I ask for 50,000 instead of 30,000?" And he's like, "I've lost, I've a lot of responsibilities, and if you can't help me out, I don't want this relationship. I better look for someone I will win with." And she's like, "To hell with your broke ass. Tafta pesa uache ku complain na pesa kidogo. Stop complaining that you have little money, and just go and search for money. Go and make your money." Basically, that's what she's telling him, which I totally agree. And but then she suddenly switches the script and says, "Why don't you come over to my place and then we can talk this out? Maybe we're not able to communicate over text." And that, my friends, is a trap. That is another very good trap right there. In fact, if you read between the lines, actually between the lines is this line here. Amakuja kejani basi tuonge nikama hatuelewi kwa simu means, why don't you come over to my place because we're not able to understand each other over the phone. Basically what that means is she's going to rock his world, give him the good 3,000 and then he'll be like, "Wow, babe, I suddenly have the money." "Babe, I'll take a loan and give you that money." Oh man, that's messed up, yo. Yeah, let's go to the next video. All right, let's watch this. Let's see what this woman is saying.
Beg a woman for love. 10 rules for men. Never beg a woman for love. Never date a high maintenance woman.
Oh yeah.
Never tolerate disrespect from
A high maintenance woman. Hey, you will suffer, guys. You will suffer. Let me tell you, you will suffer, man. It doesn't matter how much money you make. If she's high maintenance,
a woman. Never beg a woman to stay who wants to leave you.
yes. Hey, never be in that position where you're begging. You cannot be in that position, man. You know how weak she will never look at you the same. And it was the same thing with like sharing your feelings, like when you're down and like when you're down in the dumps and stuff, and you're just not feeling the top, like you're not at the top of your game, like mentally you're not ready. Me personally, as much as people tell me, "Oh no, you should share." Yeah, now you want to hear my problems. Now because I'm comfortable. Now because I'm doing well. Now you want to hear my problems. Back then when I was fucking homeless, none of you wanted to hear my problems. In fact, the more problems I shared, people just started deleting my contacts. Man, it's some crazy world out here, man.
Never date a broke woman.
That's actually kind of true. Never date a broke woman. That is interesting. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. I feel like, okay, if she's broke, right, that means she'll be financially dependent on you, the man, which is fine. I don't mind being in that situation. But then, I think society always says that women need to be strong and independent, and they need to be, self-sufficient, and they need to be able to make their own money. Their own money will never be your money. It's the man's money is everyone's money, but the woman's money is her money. That's her money when she wants to go and do something, right? It's not the money that will be used towards the family. That'll be her makeup money, her money to go out and party and meet up with friends and buy herself some shitty perfumes and handbags. And yeah, that's not family money. That's just her personal money. And it just actually got me thinking the other day, like, it's just so fascinating that, let me put this on myself because this is something that I really, it just occurred to me when a man gets money, and like when a guy gets money and he starts actually earning really well and he's successful, and what does he start thinking about? He starts thinking about starting a family. Like he starts thinking about buying a house and starting a family. But the funny thing is, with women, when they start earning money and they start making like a lot of money and they have a good career, that's when they start thinking about leaving their husband or leaving and focusing on their career and just making that money and just, how can I get away from this guy? Because this guy is useless. This guy can't give me what I can give me. It's such a... When I actually realized that, I was like, damn, that's some crazy shit, yo. Yeah, man, that's something else, man. Anyway, yeah, just my thoughts.
She is a financial vampire and a parasite. Never take back a woman who left you for another man.
Wait, hang on. That was some really good points that she raised there.
And a parasite.
Wait, hang on.
You wants to leave you. Never date a broke woman. She is a financial vampire and a parasite. Never take back a woman who left you for another man. She's coming back to destroy you. Never.
She failed to destroy the other guy, so she's coming back to destroy you.
Never expect a woman to rescue you from poverty. Never.
Hey, that is very true. That I have experience with. That you can never expect. You can never expect a woman to come in to help you financially. And actually, now that she's brought up this topic, I might as well just say it. There's this stupid female friend that I have. Huh? She's a female friend, and I know a lot of people say, oh, men and women cannot be friends. And in fact, even she told me that. But anyway, I just kept her around, and I told her specifically, I laid it down and I told her, you and I, we can never be in a relationship. You and I, we can just be friends, and that's it. We'll just leave it at that. And she said, yeah, sure, it's fine. Now, she got into a situation where she really needed some money. And she started crying and telling me about all these problems that she was having. And I was just like, fine, if you've got these issues, I know I'm in a good position. Now I'm in a good position. I don't mind helping you out. I think it's perfectly okay. Now, let me just help you out. And I helped her out because I knew that even if I don't get this money back, it doesn't really matter for me. I'm in a good position. I'm okay. I'm perfectly fine. And I had no expectations of getting this money back. But this freaking... I'm trying to not share too much. But I felt like when I wanted to, when I needed some help, when I was down in the dumps, when I was in a position where, things can go south. You can never ever feel like you're always on the top. Like things can happen and you can go south and things might not work out. And I thought that, holy shit, this is someone that I have helped out financially. Maybe she can be in a position to help me out, right? And when I reached out to her and I told her this is the situation right now, she literally just deleted my number. Deleted. And stopped talking to me. She started ghosting me. She started giving me excuses about, oh, my line has disconnected, or I've switched off. Yeah, that was the situation. And I think ever since then, I just learned the hard way that, holy crap, it sucks. I know I've watched so much content on the internet about how you can't really depend on a woman financially. You can never, even if you're not in a relationship, even as a friend, you can't. I've watched all this content, but you don't apply it into your life. You don't apply it until it actually happens to you, and then you're like, oh fuck, man. Until you get burned is when you realize and you learn. You're like, oh man, yeah, this was bad. And I really felt bad, but I can't cry over spilt milk. What has happened, and I move on. I learned a very valuable lesson. So You got to be on your own, man. You got to be on your own. Find a way to freaking get yourself out of poverty, man, because no one is going to be there to help you, especially not women. Especially not women.
Fight over a woman with a man. Never allow a woman to pay your bills. Never stay with an unhappy woman who gives you no peace.
Hey, that is very true. Man, and I have met some psychopathic women in my life. They have some mental delusion or some mental problem. And you know, guys, let me tell you, you can't really save her. If she's got some mental problem, dude, just step back and let her be. You can't be there to come in and help her. If she has some mental freaking problem upstairs here, just walk away. Just walk away. You're not supposed to be Superman. You're not supposed to be there to help her and, oh, don't worry. Oh, just tell me all your problems. Hey, dude, I was such a freaking idiot. A couple of years ago, I used to freaking get on a call with this stupid, dumb bimbo, and she would have a conversation with me. We would sit and talk for 3 hours. Three freaking hours of my life I'd never get back. Sitting on a call with her, and she's telling me about all her fucking problems. Like I give a shit. It has nothing to do with me. We're just sitting there talking, and me, the idiot that I'm being. Oh yeah, tell me more. Oh, what's the problem? Oh, No, and basically she just wanted someone to validate her points. She just wanted someone to listen to her. That's it. Just listen to me. I was such a freaking loser, man. What fucking sane person would even sit on a 3-hour call with this deluded person? And, you know, a conversation is supposed to be two ways. Two people are talking. She tells me something. I'm like, yes, let me process that. And then I respond and I give her some more information. And it's supposed to be a two-way thing, give and take. But the conversations I'd have with her is she'd get me on a call. And because I just felt sorry for her, she would just constantly keep talking and fucking spilling all this. Like I felt like a dustbin where she just kept throwing all this garbage into me. And when I'd end that 3-hour call, I would ask myself, why am I feeling like shit? Why do I feel like crap right now? I've just had a 3-hour conversation. I thought this would be I thought I was helping her, but at the cost of what? My mental freaking sanity. Like my mental sanity and shit. Like what the fuck? And those were 3 hours of my life I'll never get back. I could have done something more productive, or I could have done something. I could have even watching a video. I watched a cartoon or something. That would have been more better than freaking sitting on a call for 3 hours listening about some other problem that. And the worst part is, you give her some advice and you tell her, okay, fine, maybe you're sharing these problems with me because you want to hear my take on a possible solution, right? And she wouldn't hear those. She wouldn't want to hear those solutions. She wouldn't want to apply any of my solutions or ideas. Like she wouldn't even take them into consideration. You know, she would listen to them, and then it would just get out of the other way. Then I thought, okay, maybe I should share my problems too. Maybe then we can just kind of. She wouldn't want to hear my problems, nah. Like, what the fuck? That's some mental. So, guys, you can't save her. If she's got some mental problems, don't feel like, okay, maybe if I help her through these mental problems, then she will see me as a good guy and she'll want to be in a relationship. Nah, that's not going to work, guys. Nah, that's not going to work. If she's already getting into your life with some mental fucking problems, just tell her, adios, Pompey. See you. Tell her bye at the door. You don't have time for that shit. You can't just sit down over here. Like, oh, I'll just keep listening. I'll be that person that keeps validating her delusion. And then eventually, she'll start loving me. Nah, it's not going to happen, man. That is not going to happen, guys. No. Good stuff. How to instantly feel better. Angry, start singing. Burned out, walk. Overthinking, write. Anxious, breathe. Stressed, exercise. Sad, gratitude. Lazy, cold shower. Impatient, reflect on progress. Interesting. Interesting.
What?
Beautiful.
What the fuck is this guy? Why?
Oh,
What happened?
not happy. Good.
Why you see my leg?
Say good. Good woman.
Okay, go drive.
Beautiful mom.
Please drive.
Drive. Yes.
Yeah, please drive.
Yes.
Oh, women create simps. Women create simps. We need to get away from being a simp, man. We need to get away from simping over these goddamn these women. They need to freaking deserve. They need to earn your love and affection. They need to earn it. You can't just give it out for free. You can't just give out. You can't give out your love and affection out for free. Your attention, your time, your energy, your resources. You can't give that out for free, man. What the fuck? You have worked so hard to be the man that you are today. And you're going to go and simp over. You're going to go and simp. Oh, she looks so beautiful. Let me go and say hi. Let me send her 20 pounds so that she can not even notice that I exist. Where are the whips? Come on, man. Come on. Hey, I found out we got the new Pope, right? So is this the replacement or what?
Is it just me, or do gym bros always have really tasty balls? Something about them just makes them so yummy.
Some of you need a father figure. I'm going to help you with that. First things first, self-respect starts small. How you carry yourself, how you treat.
Like, I feel like right now the content game is crazy. It's oversaturated. There's so many people. There's so many content creators right now. And women's best tool in the toolbox is basically their beauty and their sexuality. Their So and look at the provocative and vulgar shit that she's talking about, right? Just to get views and attention. Just anything that they can do to get. I mean, this is isn't this like a narcissist or what? Because it's like, oh, look at me. I'm gonna say something so crazy and mentally like imagine if you were in a crowd of people, like you were in a group of people. Would any one of you actually even say this to a group of people? Like, just think about this. Like, some of the things that I've heard people say on the internet, these are sentences that you wouldn't really be saying out in public or to someone else's face. But because we have given this illusion that, yeah, I can just say anything, post it, get a lot of views and attention, and if anything goes wrong, I can just delete my account and vanish and not be held accountable for what I've said or what I've done. It's like, just hear what the fuck she just said. Like,
Is it just me, or do gym bros always have really tasty balls? Something about them just makes them so yummy.
Like, why would you say something like this? Like, like, my brain is even able to construct sentences to reply to this video.
Some of you need a father figure.
I love this guy's response. Oh, man. Ah, yes, women when they hit 40. Oh no, I'm getting old. They go and do some plastic surgery. Ah, that's better. Oh, I love this video. Beautiful. miss the days I used to skate with my friends, man. Freaking hell. I need this back in my life. Look at that. That is beautiful. Holy. Those trucks need a replacement, bro. Woo. Nice. Being alive during this modern era is great. Robots are creating artistic, soulless versions of people. Yeah, the AI is obviously just taking over, literally creating far better videos, far better pictures, far better audio and music and voice acting stuff, way better than humans can. And we are consuming that like it's gold. I spend half my paycheck on rent and the other half on 4 blueberries, and I'm addicted to a little pocket computer that makes me sad every day. Fantastic. Her, I only date bad boys. Me, eating after 8, before 8. After 8. Before 8.
Loneliness is twice as deadly as obesity and as deadly as smoking a pack of cigarettes a day.
Yeah, we already know that, man. We already know that. And it's not like technology is making it easier for people to communicate and, well, easier to communicate, but not physically meet up, right? I thought the whole purpose of technology was to help us physically meet up eventually. We can talk faster, we can plan better, and meet up. But now it's like everyone's just, oh, my emotions, my feeling, oh, this guy, he left me on scene. That's where we are right now. Oh, he said a word that I don't like. He said a big boo-boo word. He used a bad word that has made me so, I feel like I want to go and just fall off a cliff.
The most dangerous thing about it is
that's where we are with technology. It has softened us to a point where we just get agitated that someone didn't respond in a certain way, or you didn't say hey with the with the e in the middle of the word. You just typed hi and hy. You didn't say hey. Oh no, you've hurt my feelings. I feel like I'm gonna die.
that once it becomes chronic, it can become self-sustaining. Physical and social pain use common mechanisms in your brain. Both feel like a threat, and so social pain leads to immediate and defensive behavior when it's inflicted on you. When loneliness becomes chronic, your brain goes into self-preservation mode. It starts to see danger and hostility everywhere. But that's not all.
Yeah, but we're always lonely. Most of us who are working remotely, most of us who are so stuck with work, and even the people that are actually going to work, their lives after work is just sit on a freaking screen. This is the reality, man. This is what we have to accept, is the reality of things. It's not going to get better than this. And now we're using AI to communicate with each other, which is even worse. And now we're communicating with the AI, so we're not even talking to real people. And now we're using AI. I think there was a couple of posts I saw where, was it Bumble or one of these dating apps, was basically using AI to help you create your profile for you. Even CV, job applications, you're using AI to create your CV. You're using AI to create to enlist yourself for a job. What the fuck? We're not even allowing ourselves, the human race, to utilize our brains to create and communicate with each other. What the fuck are we doing, man? How is this going to help our loneliness pandemic? I don't think it's going to help. It's just going to make it worse. What kind of a life is that, man?
Some studies found that when you're lonely, your brain is much more receptive and alert to social signals, while at the same time, it gets worse at interpreting them correctly. You pay more attention to others, but you understand them less.
Oh boy. interesting. Well, this is the life we need to go back to. Look at that. Look at how happy this guy is. He's living. He has a trashy, shitty car. His slippers are almost breaking apart. The guy has holes in his freaking... Yeah, those are actually holes in his shorts. He's got a smile on his face. Living the life. No AI, no technology, no Facebook, no Instagram. Well, I don't know who shot this video, though. But that's how he starts his car in the morning and goes to work. Perfectly happy. This is what I want to go back to. Look at that. That's beautiful. You've got the family there. Huh? That's beautiful. Oh, man. This was when freaking innovation used to happen. Remember the times when a new phone would come out, like Sony Ericsson or Nokia or... yeah, dude, this was the phone that I had, man. Oh, the Sony Ericsson K750i. Oh, man, I'll never forget that baby. Oh, man. That was the phone. It had internet, but I wasn't even using internet on that thing, man. You could listen to music. You had to connect that proprietary cable at the bottom of the phone, and it had a weird connection and connector, and you'd put that in there, and that's how you'd listen to music. But only when the headphones were connected, you could use the radio. Oh man, such good times, man. 2 megapixel camera in the back. You had to open that, slide that thing open just to, you know, to use the camera. Look at that. That was innovation back then. Now what do we get? Now we just get a freaking black screen, a slab basically. It's just a slab that looks like this. And then it just has a screen and that's it. And a couple of bumps and nipples at the back. And they call that innovation. And the previous generation, that was like 2.2 gigahertz processor. Now it's 2.3. Wow, you need to upgrade. What kind of bullshit is... Yeah, get the fuck out of it. We're the whips for that shit company. This is the whip for those tech companies that are feeding us some garbage shit phones, calling it innovation. Apple is the worst. Fuck these guys. Look at this shit. Look at this. I remember I had a friend that had that got the Nokia N95 when it came out. Man, we were like always surrounding that person like, wow, look at your phone. What can it do? Wow. We don't even have that anymore. Nothing surprises us anymore. We just have the same crappy black screen, black mirror, basically. That's about it, basically. Oh, my phone can access the internet faster than your phone. Oh, my phone shows me numbers and buttons faster than your phone. What? These phones, you could freaking throw them. You could fling these phones at someone's forehead and they would still be working tomorrow. Today, you have a phone like this, you just place it badly on the table, you know, abruptly onto the table, and you've cracked the screen probably. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Anyway, wait, hang on a second. Let me just check the stream if the stream is okay. Oh man, this is some crazy stuff, yo. Oh, I've got a live chat and I haven't even seen this. So sorry, man. So freaking sorry. I don't know why the live chat just came in right now. All right, here we go. Yes, new innovations, man. Absolutely. Ket, I can't pronounce that name, man. That username, sorry. Ketek. Holy shit. Am I even able to read? What the fuck? Kyle. Right. Sorry, bro. or Mrs. or whoever that is. Yeah, new innovations, man. We don't have new innovations anymore. Yes, okay, the live chats are coming through. Yes, okay, here we go. Here we go. Type of crap day in and day out, and we're supposed to be excited. The Galaxy S25 comes out and it just looks like the S24. The iPhone freaking 16 comes out and it just looks like the iPhone 15, and the 15 comes out, looks like the 14. What's the difference? This one has 2 nipples instead of 3. Wow, we're so excited. Amazing. Oh, just shoot me in the face.
Have you seen the videos of the teachers explaining they can't teach the kids? None of them pay attention. They stand at the front of the class and they try and teach them something. And if they bring it in and they have to really put loads of attention into making things exciting and bright, and because they're competing with like 30-second intensely edited videos on these social media platforms, so they're trying to make things entertaining, they phase in for a few seconds and then they're gone. And it's like dealing with someone who has battle PTSD or something, and they're so rattled by social media that they cannot pay attention. And loads of teachers are saying it, and they're screaming out at people.
Yeah, this is the new generation that we're dealing with. Basically, it's you cannot sit down with a kid today in today's generation. We cannot sit down with them and have a nice, long, deep conversation with them and teach them something, because everything is so accessible on the internet. They're constantly watching TikTok and freaking YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels. First of all, what the hell are kids doing on these social platforms anyway? It's just filled with so much filth and nudity. It's just mental. It's freaking mental. Like, what? I remember when I was growing up as a kid, I didn't have a phone. I didn't have access to a phone. You saw the phones I was using. You know how I would use the phone? I would use my phone like this. Yo, bro, where are you? All right, I'm coming. Click. The end. That was my phone usage for the day. For the day, I'm done. I'm done using this device. And I would use it just to call my friend and tell them, this is where we're meeting up, and that's it. We're not doing any of this fucking shit. Oh, hey. Oh, he didn't text me back. She didn't. Oh, her profile picture is on. Let me just message her quickly. What the fuck are we doing, man? What the fuck are we doing? We can't just have a basic, simple life. We can't just have a life where we go out, socialize with people, and have a good, deep, meaningful connection with people. We can't fucking have that anymore. We just have to look at freaking memes and content for 30 seconds, get distracted, look at another video. Oh man, it's freaking crazy, yo. It is what it is. That's right. Yeah, anyway. Well, thank you for joining in and tuning in and listening to me rant about stuff. Anyway, yeah. Look, man. I just wanna talk about some crazy stuff. That's about it, man. I collected all these videos throughout the couple of weeks, and I was like, let me just talk about them, share some views and share some stories, and whoever's there can just can engage with me. I wanted to do like short form videos, but I feel like I can't really engage and interact with other people if I'm just going to do short form videos, because everyone's doing short form videos, right? You can't really have like a live stream interactive kind of thing, So I kind of feel like this is better. Anyway, so thank you for checking out the stuff. Anyway. All right, let's see what he's saying.
Basically saying, hey, listen, I'm the person that's looking after your kids. I can't teach them. Like these kids are impossible to teach, and the stats are showing it. Numeracy and literacy numbers are down by like close to 70%. These kids are not achieving. It used to be that a small portion of kids would fail, but the large portion would get through. And now it's a small portion that's getting through, and the large portion are just failing. And it's a massive problem because they're also not communicating with each other very well. They're not making friends. Bullying is off the scale. It's way more now than it.
Yeah, bullying is definitely going to be crazy because, of course, online you can just freaking, like you, Kate, I can call you a freaking loser. And what are you going to do about it? I'm behind a keyboard, right? Right? Well, there's nothing you can do about it, right? We have given kids and people that have not developed mentally the ability, all this power and abilities to say and do whatever the hell they want to do. And worse off, we're rewarding them with likes and views and attention. And there's no accountability for what they say and do on the internet. So what do you think is going to happen? It's even worse. At least back then, I remember when I was a kid and I was in high school, if anyone freaking came up to me and started freaking telling me some stupid shit, I'd be like, all right, okay, let's step outside. Let's step outside and handle that. Let's step outside and freaking handle that shit. You can't do that now. Now they just delete their account, open another account.
Ever used to be. The kids are getting bullied more. They're not communicating with one another. They're sheltered. They're high anxiety. And it's not good. It's not good. They're also,
because obviously your image is all your image online, and the way you act online is now, kids are looking at it like, oh, this is so valuable, man. I need to be portrayed a certain way. I need to come off a certain way. I need to be, and then you keep comparing yourself with other people on social media, and you look at all these fancy photo AI enhanced images of other people, and you're like, wow, I need to look like that. And so, of course, you're going to freaking have anxiety and freaking depression. And like, you're looking at other people and you're competing with these other people that they don't even look like that when you meet them in real life. And there's all this catfishing that's going on. You get on a freaking dating app, you look at all these profile pictures, you're like, wow, these guys look amazing. And then you meet them in person, you're like, oh, who's this? What? We're living such a lie. We're living such a lie, man. I feel like the future, being authentic and just down to earth and making mistakes will be such a valued quality in a person. Some fascinating stuff. I was talking to my workmate the other day, and he was telling me, like, we are becoming so dependent on AI now. AI is doing everything for us. Can write scripts. I've got freaking text messages from people, and you know that this person cannot communicate this way. This is definitely an AI generated text. And I'm just like, what if, and this is just a wild thought I was having, what if one day, after we've gotten so attached to using AI and social media and like all these platforms to do all these things, and then suddenly, just like that, the internet just stops working, the AI stops working, and people just wake up. What's going to happen? How will people behave? It's something interesting to just think about, right? Oh, man. I know I keep drifting off topic here, but this is obviously, it's kind of related, the whole AI stuff. I remember a time, I think Facebook, or was it Facebook? It was Facebook. Yeah, it's Meta or whatever the fuck their name is. Those guys went down for like a day. I think half a day or something like that. This was back in 2022 or 2021. I don't know. I can't remember exactly when, but they went down for like some time. And this is the first time in my life my mother sent me an email. She doesn't know how to use email. Now she suddenly knows how to use an email. And I was completely shocked. And it actually made me realize how dependent we are. Like, WhatsApp is now Facebook, right? WhatsApp is run by Meta. So it's like one of these days, something can happen. All these platforms just die. And we will just wake up and be like, how do I talk to my friends? Wait, you don't have friends. You just have digital numbers on the screen. That's what you have. Oh, man, some interesting stuff, yo. That's some deep, sadistic, scary stuff. Oh, I don't want to think about that. Okay, let's
not working. The stats show that these kids will not work. They're not going out into society and, you know, learning a trade or getting into no ambitions. It's the downfall that we didn't see coming, because the stats are also showing that in China and these other countries, they're learning more. They're achieving more.
Yo, there was a post I saw somewhere. This actually reminds me. The TikTok that's on China, that's shown around China, and the TikTok videos that are shown around the West, UK, US, those videos are totally different, man. I'm telling you guys, like Chinese kids, these kids are learning stuff, man. They are freaking sharp. But you compare that to now US kids or UK kids or anyone in the Western countries, you ask them basic stuff, all they know is how to act like a freaking NPC on TikTok. You've seen all these freaking trends that have been going around on TikTok. They don't have that kind of crap in China. It's totally different. The kind of content that they're sharing there, oh man, it's crazy, yo. It's crazy. It's crazy. And one more thing you need to understand is too much of a good thing is bad for you. If the videos are informative on TikTok, I still feel like it's brain rot, because I don't think our minds are designed to consume this much information in a single day. If you think about it, yeah, we're saying it's just 30-second videos, but I don't think our freaking minds are ready to consume all this kind of content in a single day. And it's like the minute you get bored of a single video, you can just easily swipe and just go to the next one to just give you that dopamine hit. It's like, what the fuck are we doing to our brains? The solving issue about we got an issue with a friend. Nowadays, it really dramatically most so in relationships, it became more dramatic. Wait, am I even reading this right? I don't know why the font is so small. 1 second. Let me see if I can freaking make this bigger. Oh my God. I haven't been live in a while. 1 second, man. Give me a moment. Let's see if I can get this bigger. Chat box. Yay. The solving issue about we got an issue with a friend. Nowadays, it really dramatically, most so in relationships, it became more dramatic. I think I kind of get what you're saying. Kind of. The issue about friendship is I feel like our friendships have just died out completely, man. You know, I think back then, right? Back then, because we didn't have technology as we have it today, right? Even the way we used to communicate back then, it used to be via text, or you just call them for like 5 seconds, and then that would be it. And then the next time you'd hang out is face to face. And when you were hanging out face to face, you'd had a limited window where you could share information. And then after that, you wouldn't see them or talk to them. And it would build up that mystery, right? But now we've got social media. Everyone's posting statuses and updates here on Instagram and updates there. So we're always seeing what that person is doing on their day. It's to a point where we've even got so extreme that people are even sharing what they're eating and how they're sleeping. And there was another video that went viral about this guy with his morning routine, and he wakes up and does like 60 push-ups and bullshit like that. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, we don't really need all this information. Do I really need to know, like, what time you take a dump at 6 in the morning? What the fuck? I don't need to know that information. So they're sharing all this information. So when you have all this information, then what's the then what, you don't need to go and meet the person anymore then, right? Because you already know everything about the person. Before, we didn't have technology, so we didn't have the information. We would go and meet people face to face. And meeting someone face to face, you can't compare that with a text message from someone. You can't compare that with a voice note or a picture. Face to face interactions, you get so much more. You just connect better with the person face to face as compared to just talking to them online. It's you can't have that connection anymore. So I kind of feel like, it's just getting worse. It's just gonna get worse after this. AI is just making it worse. So, and then relationships. Let's not even go there, man. Relationships. I think some people have even given up. That's why we have all these different pills, the red pill and the black pill and the God only knows which of the colors there are, man. But I don't know, man. I feel like that's a topic for another day, man. But I think I have some videos here that will drive us towards that topic. But anyway, let's move on and see what else we have here, man. But yep, actually, great point, man.
Tell you all about it when I
Oh, here we go.
Tell you.
when I see
Yes, actually, talking about relationships, here we go. So this is an interesting one. So this video invoked some kind of interesting thought process here, right? So we've got two guys here. So we've got one guy here with a PlayStation. The other guy is here with nappies and diapers and taking care of the kids. Now you can see how miserable he's looking, right?
when I
And
see
this guy here with his bike helmet, he's probably going to get on his bike and just drive off and do all the fun things, and then later on in the day he's going to go and do gaming. So it's like it's giving you this idea that yes, you get into a relationship, forget all your freaking dreams and ambitions and okay, not dreams and ambition. Well, dreams and ambitions, but also the things that you're passionate about doing. Yeah, your hobbies. Just say goodbye to that shit. Why? Why does it have to be that way? Why can't I just have a relationship with a woman and still enjoy the things that I love doing? Like, well, riding a motorcycle for this guy and probably gaming. Why is it that when I'm in a relationship with a woman, me as a man, I cannot pursue the things that I want to do that I've been doing before I met this woman? Oh man. Is it that the woman becomes so controlling and demanding that she does not want to see you happy? If she sees you happy, that's the end of the whole the relationship. Like, oh, my man is happy. How dare he? Because look at his face. Oh man, I don't want to be in that situation, man. I think this is why most people just don't want to get married. They don't want to settling down. Like, yeah, say goodbye to all your fun hobbies and stuff. I have friends that have gotten married 2-3 years, I think 5 years ago, probably. I look at them today and I'm like, dude, you don't even look like the same person anymore. Like, you can just literally see the life that has been sucked out of this person. They've lost their hair. They've gained so much weight. They've stopped taking care of themselves because, well, they don't have any hobbies to do now. It's just focus on the family, which is fine. I'm not saying don't take care of, take care of the family, but why can't you just do both? Why can't I just have a good, nice relationship with my wife and kids and then go out and pursue the things that I also love doing? But I can't do that because my wife is going to be like, oh. Oh man, this is some crazy stuff, yo. Oh, this is some crazy stuff. Interesting.
If you miss a deadline, fuck it. It is the will of the universe. It is the will of the universe and a chance to remind your boss that time is only a man-made construct.
I love this guy, man. I bloody fucking bastard love this guy. Bloody bastard, he just bloody blows my mind.
Time is subjective, and time is quite possibly an illusion.
I love this bloody bastard bitch.
Your boss must accept that there are multiple versions of reality.
All right, let's move on.
I kind of want something other day.
Well,
Fucking hell. When I saw this, oh man, this was beautiful, man. When I saw this, oh, this meme was just hilarious, man. When I saw this, I just couldn't stop laughing, man. This was just hilarious, man. This whole freaking live action remake was such a freaking flop. My God, this was just such a freaking... And I feel like hopefully they can use this to learn. Disney can use this, the reaction that people gave to Snow White. They can use this reaction and learn from it and say, you know what? We have wronged the people. We will do better. We can do better. This was such an embarrassment. Holy man. And then the memes that... Actually, the good thing is at least the memes that came out of this was funny.
what would you like?
You got any biscuits for sale in there?
Well, no, this here's a Frosty Cream. We don't serve biscuits. We got a lot of other stuff, though.
What you got in there is good to eat.
The face. Oh, the face. The face gets me, man. The face just gets me, yo. Oh, freaking hell. Oh. Oh, anyway. Let's move on, man. Oh, no. What was I talking about, huh? What was I freaking talking about? This is the stuff I was talking about, man. You just have this freaking constant freaking degenerated content that's out there. If you want to torture your enemies, I think this is the best. But you know, actually, if you look at, let's go back to that video 1 second. Hold on. If you look at this crap, man. A man became more accountable for the upkeep for the wife and kids, so it became so hard for someone to take care of himself. Became more accountable for the upkeep of the wife and kids, so it became so hard for someone to take care of themselves. That's actually very true, bro. That's very true. But you know, you gotta balance it out, man. You gotta balance it out, because if you don't take care of yourself, right, your woman's gonna lose attraction for you. She's gonna look at you like some lazy slob. Because why did she pick you in the first place? Because probably you were in good shape, you had a good routine going, and you were responsible. And then when you get married, you just become lazy and you stop taking care of yourself. You stop freaking exercising, right? Because, oh, now I have kids. Oh, now I have a wife. Oh, now I have more responsibilities. I don't think you should do that, man. I kind of feel like that's a bit weak, man. You need to still maintain. You need to maintain and then elevate yourself, even if you are in a relationship, man. You can't just let yourself go like that. You cannot do that, man. Because your woman's going to lose attraction for you. And then just stop complaining that your wife isn't really excited about you in the bedroom, because then you're like, yeah, you've gained weight. You stop taking care of yourself physically. You stop shaving. You stop cutting your hair. You stop grooming yourself properly, right? That's how she met you before, and then you just you start sleeping and you don't exercise. You don't freaking work out. Then what do you think is going to happen? Then don't complain that your woman left you. Then I'm pretty sure I even support her and be like, yo, this is the freaking lazy dude, man. You stop cleaning up after yourself. I think this is one of the biggest things. One thing I learned living alone was picking up after myself, cleaning up after myself, taking care of myself, washing up after myself, doing all the laundry, dishes, all these things. I am freaking on the top of my game when it comes to managing time, taking care of my physical appearance. Hopefully I can try and lose weight, but I'm still in the process of trying to lose a little bit more weight. But I want these routines going. Even if I do settle down and find a woman and I marry her and we have kids and all that kind of shit, I'm still going to maintain this shit. This is the standard that I have set for myself and probably my partner that's going to come into my life. So you can't let that shit go, man. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of people, they just let it go. They're like, I have a kid now. Life is just boring. And you become lazy. It's just laziness, man. I feel like relationships is it's like a job, man. It's like a job. You need to put in the work. If you start slacking at your job, you're going to get fired, isn't it? You're going to get fired. So why would you slack at your job, right? Just put in the effort. Put in the effort. Now, here's the thing. If you're putting in the effort and then she slacks off, then you have the right to fire her. You need to put in the effort. Both of you need to put in the effort, man. It's not an easy thing, man. Relationship, marriage, kids, and all that. It's not an easy. It's not an easy. People just feel like, oh, it's just going to be fun and happy. There are gonna be times you're gonna be going through some fucked up things, man. Like you're gonna be really hitting that dip down there, and you'll ask yourself, why am I here? What am I doing here? I feel so miserable. I feel like shit. How did I need to get out of this. That's the time you need to fight, man. You can't give up. You can't give up. You need to fight. Fight for what you believe in. People give up too easily. They just be like, just become lazy. I have a wife. She'll pick up after me. It's fine. It's okay. I can just lazy around and be a fucking loser. Anyway. Yeah, I was going to say something about this video and I've totally forgotten. Oh, yes. One thing I wanted to say about this one was, look at her facial expressions. Look at what she's doing. And she's getting all this views and attention and likes and followers. 5,000 almost 6,000 views. Like all these people are sending her roses and shit for acting like a total idiot. And this is basically what the internet has encouraged. This is what we want people to do, and then we will reward them. The algorithm will reward people that behave this way. Isn't this like driving people to more insanity, more acting like idiots, even more? Oh my god, this is crazy, yo. Man, I need to freaking take a break, man. How long have I been live for? Let me see. 1 second here. I think I've been live for too long, yo. Oh man. Let me see this. 1 second here. Man, I need to take a break, man. 1 hour. That is too that is too long. But for each and every one of you guys that have checked out my content, I really do appreciate it. Kate, Kyle, thank you so much for tuning in and just sharing some crazy moments with me. And I know the chats have not been as fast as I don't know why, but anyway, I really do appreciate your support. And we'll definitely do this next time. I want to try and be consistent. Every weekend, I want to go live and just share more content and just talk about life, man. Who gives a shit? People are just so freaking sensitive. You'll say something and they'll unsubscribe from your channel. Nowadays, they're called talents. Yes, that's the talent, man. Just sitting there and just, let me just make some NPC movements and people will send me money, and that's the talent. Fuck, man. We're living in a fucked up world. Anyway, man, thank you so much for checking out the content. I will try and do this more often. This was nice. This was good. Nice.